Yes, peoples, welcome to Outrageous TV.
Yes,
and as you can tell by the thumbnail, we're talking about Marcus Rashford. Now, this isn't a bashing video in any capacity, but I am going to speak the truth. The situation with Marcus Rashford feels very tangible to me. I myself didn't go to the very top for the same issues, and it definitely wasn't physical, it was definitely mental. So let's break it down. For me, the biggest situation when it comes to him is complacency. Now we have to remember that Marcus came up in a very tough neighborhood and he worked his socks, his arse, he played till the kid dropped. To go from schoolboy era to pros at one club, especially the likes of Man United, is not for the faint of heart. The shift you have to put in and the consistency you have to pull off is second to none. And the complacency can come from many different areas. He's now 27, but remember, he has felt both ends of the spectrum. He grew up poor and now he has money. Money is a huge factor when it comes to football. I have seen it myself. There's people that are watching right now. You know who you are. When you've got your first million, you lost your mind. It took a while for you to come settle down to real life, you know what I mean? And I think every player goes through that transition of going from A to B. And it's easy to sit here and say, well, I would handle it like this, and I would do this, and I would do that. But when you are the breadwinner and you have been dreaming and working your ass off for something and you get it, you kind of lose your shit a little bit. It's just part of the game. When you are on 300 bags a week plus, let's just round it off to $500,000, right? Don't forget you got endorsements, you got bonuses, there's so many different factors, and his own companies, and he is an entity in itself. He is a business. Marcus Rashford on the low end makes 500 bags a week. What comes into play then is the want versus need factor.
Yes,
when he was growing up, it was a need factor. I have to play football. My family relies on me. I want this. I'm hungry. But when you get to that point of you're on $500,000 a week, and I know we say it a lot in football, these wages, these numbers get thrown around a lot and it doesn't really register. Do you know that's almost $2 million a month? $2 million a month at those kind of young ages. I myself, and I know a lot of people out there, you would lose your absolute ish tenfold over. Is it a cushy life? Absolutely. But the pressures that come with that are second to none. And I will get into that a little bit later. When you're sitting on that kind of cash flow, you have to find that balance of need and want. And that's why they call it professional sports.
Yes,
the level of professionalism on and off the field hasn't been displayed, and it's been evident for some time now. His off the field antics are not the greatest. Do I think it deserves the scrutiny it gets? Yes and no. It's a complex question. Should a player be able to enjoy their lives off the field? Absolutely. Do I think there's a time and a place for it? No doubt about it. As they say, know your audience, and your audience is the fans, the audience is the club, and unfortunately, the audience is the table you are in, and that is called the Premier League. And when your team isn't doing so great, you need to stay low key. There's nothing English fans love more than hard work and dedication. That will always be the foundation that it lays upon. We will not get over it. You see it in the match. A player has a terrible game, but if you see him busting his ass and you see him making the tackles, making the runs, the crowd will love you. It's like Gladiator out there. And that is something that Rashi is just not really pulling off. He looks very complacent, he's very blasé. And when you're on those kind of wages, people want to see results. But not only results, they want to see hard work, especially as a senior player that's come through the rankings at the club. And he's a Manchester boy. Manchester's a tough city, you know. Them northern boys are built different.
Yes,
now, we all know Rashford is a phenomenal player. He's had one season where he scored 30 goals, multiple assists. He has ruled the rooster at some points. But it has been shown that his mental strength is not up to par. Now, that's not just me guessing. This is based upon what we have seen.
Yes,
under scrutiny, the kid folds. I think he has been bubbled and babied a little bit, and he hasn't really been put to the test. It's different when you're the golden boy, the golden child of the club, and when they turn on you, that mental change, that other side of the fence, it hits and feels a little different. The mental capacity to get over such hurdles is obviously not there. Now, don't get me wrong, Manchester United have been going for a torrid horrid time. But then I'll use Harry Maguire as an example. I think Harry Maguire is absolute garbage. Is he sufficient? Yeah. Is he playable? Yeah. Is he a first team player? Sometimes. Depends on the day. Depends on who's coming at him. But he showed a level of mental strength that I haven't seen before. The internet had wrote him off. The fans had wrote him off. He was the laughing stock of the club and England, and rightfully so, for a couple of years. But he got his head down and he worked hard and he was able to make a slow comeback. Will he ever recover fully? No, but at least the kid showed heart, and that's what people want to see from good old Rashi. Will they see it? Not at this point, because the kid wants to leave. In my opinion, he should leave. Do I want him to leave? No. I prefer a good comeback story, a Roy of the Rovers, a digging deep of passion and heart, and fight for your club, fight for your city, and fight for your place in a club that has given you so much. Do I think a move would do him well at this point? Yeah, maybe a loan. That's not going to happen, not with those kind of wages. He's kind of burnt a lot of bridges. But if this was earlier on in the downfall, I think a loan would have done him really, really well. And now that loans are off the table, people are talking about going to Italy, AC Milan, going to Saudi, going to PSV. I think Italy would suit him better. I think he's too young to go to Saudi, even though the money may entice him, because that money over there is a little different. At the end of the day, I want to see the kid do well. Marcus Rashford is my son's favorite player of all time. He loves him some Rashi. Jerry Curl or not, I would love to see him go on and reign supreme once again. I would love to see him come back and show the world what he's really capable of. Do I think it's gonna happen? I don't know. I think it will. I think that, physically he has no issues, but mentally time will tell. And I said it before and I'll say it again. This is not a bashing video. This is just giving insight and highlighting some of the issues he could be going through and the things he's dealing with and why the outcome is what it is. I'm always going to root for a hometown boy, an English lad, and especially with someone with so much talent. I don't care who you play for. I just love to see talented players showcase their talents on the highest stage. And we haven't seen it, and it is well overdue. So I say that to say, Marcus Rashford, I wish you the best. Dust your shoulders off, mate, and get back to it. We need to see it, especially for England. What? Madness. If you've enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. It helps me out so much and grow my little bitty channel. Stay focused, stay blessed. Little more.